This August, the Deshmukh household is on the verge of falling apart. Hidden truths begin to unravel, tempers explode, and unexpected betrayals threaten to destroy fragile relationships. As accusations fly and secrets come to light, Sayali and Sachin must stand strong against a storm that could tear their family apart. Let's get into the August teasers. Friday, August 1st, 2025. Sayali opens up to Shobha about the growing tension between Sachin and Chitta, but Dilip dismisses it as nothing serious. Meanwhile, a festive event takes a sharp turn when Joy, always looking for trouble, tries to humiliate Paresh in front of everyone, using subtle insults disguised as jokes. Sayali notices Paresh's discomfort and senses Joy's true intentions. As the evening unfolds, Shobha grows more concerned about the family dynamic, especially Sachin's increasing silence. Joy's passive-aggressive remarks keep coming, and Sayali tries to deflect them, but the damage is already done. The event that was meant to bring everyone together instead highlights the growing cracks in the household. Saturday, August 2nd, 2025. Rashni becomes increasingly nervous when Renuka questions her about their father's absence, unable to provide a convincing answer. At the same time, Mamta fuels the fire by plotting to provoke Sachin during the celebration. Her target soon becomes clear as she stirs up minor conflicts, hoping to push him into a public outburst. Meanwhile, Riya's choice of outfit sparks a sharp argument between Renuka and Mamta, turning a small issue into a dramatic showdown. The atmosphere grows tense as both women trade harsh words. Rashni tries to keep calm, but the constant probing about her father starts weighing on her emotionally. Sunday, August 3rd, 2025. Even as Mamta continues trying to trigger him, Sachin impresses Sayali with his restraint, choosing peace over confrontation during the event. Though his anger simmers under the surface, he focuses on keeping things calm for Sayali's sake, showing growth in his character. However, new friction arises when Renuka and Paresh announce that they'll begin Riya's ceremony before Rashni's, which catches everyone off guard. Rashni feels sidelined and humiliated, while Sayali worries this will only drive a deeper wedge between the families. Monday, August 4th, 2025. Sayali breathes a sigh of relief upon seeing Sachin stay away from alcohol while spending time with Mayur. It reassures her that he's trying to stay grounded, despite all the tension around them. However, peace is short-lived when Renuka confronts Rashni yet again about their father's unexplained absence. Rashni, feeling cornered, tries to dodge the questions, but Renuka's persistence gets more intense. Sayali silently observes the storm brewing between mother and daughter, worried that Rashni might finally snap under pressure. Sachin, meanwhile, senses that something deeper is being hidden from everyone. Tuesday, August 5th, 2025. Mamta tries to humiliate Paresh with a clever insult, but her plan backfires when others defend him. Just when the situation seems under control, Joy dramatically accuses Sayali of stealing a gold chain, shocking everyone present. The room falls into stunned silence. But before anyone else can react, Sachin steps forward and fiercely defends Sayali's integrity. His words are strong and direct, clearly stating that she would never stoop to such actions. Joy looks stunned by Sachin's unwavering support, but Sayali is left shaken by the baseless accusation. Wednesday, August 6th, 2025. Joy continues to disrespect Sayali with snide remarks, pushing Sachin past his breaking point. Unable to tolerate it any longer, Sachin slaps Joy in front of everyone, causing shockwaves across the room. The atmosphere turns tense as all eyes fall on the two men. Renuka scolds Paresh for letting things reach this level, and she blames Sachin entirely for the public disgrace. Meanwhile, Akash tries to change the subject by inviting Riya home, but to everyone's disappointment, she refuses. The family's internal cracks continue to deepen, now on full display. Thursday, August 7th, 2025. Renuka lashes out and orders Sachin and Sayali to leave the house immediately. But in a surprising turn, Paresh intervenes, saying he'll be the one to leave if that's what Sachin truly wants. The conflict escalates, and Renuka and Paresh both demand answers from Rashni about where their father is. Rashni's silence only fuels their suspicions further. Sayali tries to calm everyone, but the tension is unrelenting. It's clear the family is on the verge of breaking apart, with no one willing to step back or give in. Secrets are piling up, and the truth about the father's absence becomes more urgent than ever. Friday, August 8, 2025. Rashni pretends to be experiencing pregnancy symptoms in a desperate attempt to calm Renuka down. The lie temporarily diffuses the situation, but Sayali remains skeptical of her behavior. Paresh, sensing that something's off, urges everyone not to assume anything without a proper medical check. Behind closed doors, Sayali and Sachin discuss Rashni's strange behavior, with Sachin expressing doubts about whether she's truly pregnant. Meanwhile, Renuka begins clinging to the pregnancy as a source of hope, unknowingly becoming more emotionally vulnerable to the truth. August Rashni 9th, 2025. Sachin finally voices his suspicions to Sayali, confessing that something about Rashni's recent actions doesn't sit right with him. Sayali listens carefully, growing more convinced that Rashni may be hiding something serious. Meanwhile, Renuka tries to convince Riya to return home and patch things up, but Riya stands her ground and tells Joy and Mamta to stay out of her work-related decisions, asserting her independence. This bold stance surprises both of them, and Joy is left visibly frustrated, realizing he's losing control over her. Sayali, watching from a distance, feels a glimmer of pride in Riya's strength. Sunday, August 10th, 2025. Sayali finally breaks down in front of Riya, asking why she didn't defend her when she was accused of theft. The emotional confrontation leaves Riya speechless, and she begins to feel guilty about her silence. Later, Sachin notices Renuka's hunger strike and teasingly jokes about tempting her with biryani. His lighthearted approach melts some tension in the air, but the underlying issues still linger. Sayali appreciates Sachin's efforts to handle things with humor, but the pain of the false accusation still weighs on her. Riya, meanwhile, struggles with whether she should apologize or continue to stay distant. Monday, August 11th, 2025. Sachin praises the biryani loudly in front of Renuka, trying to lure her into eating and end her hunger strike. His playful taunts make her crack a smile, and the mood finally softens for a brief moment. But the peace doesn't last long as Renuka corners Rashni once again with tough questions about their father. Rashni tries to dodge again, but her nerves betray her. Renuka senses something is terribly wrong and grows more restless. Sachin, standing nearby, catches a flicker of fear in Rashni's eyes and becomes even more convinced that the truth about her father is far from what anyone expects. Tuesday, August 12th, 2025. Renuka's suspicions are confirmed when a mysterious man arrives at the Deshmukh house, claiming to be Rashni's uncle. His presence confuses everyone, but what he reveals next sends shockwaves through the family. Rashni's father is not missing, but rather in jail in Dubai. Everyone is left speechless, especially Renuka, who stares at Rashni in disbelief. Sayali and Sachin exchange glances, finally understanding why Rashni had been so guarded. As the news sinks in, emotions boil over, and the entire family is left reeling from this massive revelation. Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. Renuka wastes no time demanding that Rashni and Tejas immediately leave for Dubai to visit their father. But Sachin remains uneasy about the so-called uncle, suspicious of his sudden appearance and intentions. Sayali supports Sachin's doubts, quietly warning him to stay cautious. Meanwhile, tensions rise further when Renuka lashes out at Sachin and Sayali, accusing them of being selfish and greedy. Sayali is hurt but stays quiet, while Sachin grows visibly upset. The family, now fractured with secrets, accusations, and mistrust, seems to be drifting further apart with each passing day. Thursday, August 14th, 2025. Sayali and Sachin make a heartfelt attempt to reunite Riya and Akash, trying to heal at least one broken bond in the family. Their efforts seem to be working, but on the other hand, Tejas approaches Renuka with a plea to mortgage the house to fund the Dubai trip. Renuka firmly refuses and advises Tejas to focus on getting a job instead of chasing miracles. This response frustrates Tejas, who believes no one is taking the situation seriously. Sayali tries to mediate, but with each conversation turning into an argument, peace in the Deshmukh home seems like a distant dream. Friday, August 15th, 2025. Chaos erupts when Raghav begins harassing Riya, but Sachin arrives just in time and beats him up for crossing the line. Riya is left stunned and grateful, and for the first time, she begins to see Sachin in a different light. Sayali, though concerned, admires his protective instincts. Later, Tejas shocks everyone by returning in a disheveled state, saying a Swamiji advised him to beg in public for divine blessings. Sayali and Renuka are horrified by his desperation. The family watches helplessly as Tejas drifts deeper in a blind faith, believing it's the only way to save his father.